All right, everyone. And we're back. Come on in, everyone. Come on in. Thank you all so much for being here. Welcome to day 5 of your 30-day Elegance Bootcamp. I am Maggie. You may know me as Maggie, the substitute teacher on YouTube. I am here for all things food and femininity. Lucy and I are the co-founders of the Finishing School for the Modern Woman, which is a privately taught 8-week online finishing school for ladies of all ages who are interested in refining with etiquette, elegance, and femininity. We just wrapped up our fall quarter. We'll be doing another session in January. So if you're interested in that private group coaching, you can go to teachablemomentswithmaggie.com to learn all about it. But we are also very passionate about giving back. And so that's what we're doing with you all every day here in November. Lucy, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. I'm Lucy. And like Maggie said, we are doing this femininity and elegance thing because this is something that is needed as a refresher course to some and maybe as a new content for the newer generation. And if you see me looking down every time, it's because I'm chatting with you in the chat. So when Maggie called out on me, I was saying hello to Erin Laura. Hi, everyone.
Okay, so we love the engagement, and that is why we are here with you all live every night if we can make it work. Okay, so we are using a book called The Ultimate Elegance Guide. This is from Vivienne, who has her own YouTube channel linked in the description. You all can check out Woman of Elegance. She has over 400,000 subscribers, a huge inspiration to me. And she has agreed to let us teach from her book. So every day for 30 days, we're covering one of the topics on her 30-day guide. This book is available to you all at a discount. If you want your own copy at 20% off, it is a digital download. You can get the link in the description and use code ELEGANCE20 for your own copy. But for our students in the finishing school, our current and future students, Brandon L. Jett has made this book available completely free. So we are so grateful to all of you, especially those of you all who support. All right. So I'm going to share our screen and we're going to pick up where we left off, ladies. So just to recap, for our 30 days, we started off talking about dress and grooming, and we still are. So all of these sessions are still up for you to review. We talked about creating your capsule wardrobe and your personal style, getting your closet, which they call a wardrobe in the UK, organized. We talked about shoes and accessories, how you can show off a little bit of your personality and still stay elegant and timeless. And then yesterday was a fun day. We talked about makeup and hairstyle. So today, on day 5, a huge one for me, and I'll just say it, my man, this is a non-negotiable for him. We're going to talk about looking neat and smelling nice, ladies. Grooming is crucial when it comes to etiquette and elegance and just all of these things. The way we show up as women, so much about us speaks before we say a word. And I'll give you a quote from my man. He says that women should smell and should look nicer than men. If you've been around boys, you all know I'm a boy mom. Some days I don't know if the laundry detergent is strong enough, and I'm just going to say that. If you all have had brothers or if you've been anywhere around men who play sports, you understand, ladies, that is completely unacceptable for us. You have to stay on top of your grooming. That could be a whole nother class, but I'm going to share with you all Vivienne's book, and then we will get right to it. All right, let me see here. I see everybody coming in. All right, so we are going to have two documents up, guys. 1 second. All right, let's share this one, and then I'm going to go over to Vivienne's book. Okay, so this is the Ultimate Elegance Guide. This is Vivienne Abena. This is the wonderful woman who's letting us use her content for this class. So again, it's the Ultimate Elegance Guide, Become Elegant in 30 Days. So we are up to day 5, ladies. We are going to talk about looking neat and smelling nice. All right, so hope everyone is ready. Let's get started. So what does Vivienne say? Vivienne says proper body grooming is very important. Regular manicures and pedicures are necessary. Trim your nails neatly or keep them decently long and lacquered, which just means polished. So let's talk about hands, ladies. When it comes to grooming, first of all, from head to toe, you should have a routine that you are consistent with. You should have a routine that you can do. It's wonderful to be able to go have services done. We all love that, but we know sometimes you can't get to whatever service you like. So you need to make sure that your grooming can be easily maintained. I can get my hair done. I can also do my own hair, but I can't let it go unkept. I love to get a manicure, but my nail lady moved farther away, so it's a little bit harder. So I know how to how to file and keep my nails neat and trim. So much of that is a representation of how not only you care for yourself, but how you're going to care for other things like your man or the home. So it's important. What would you say, Lucy?
I absolutely agree with you. And you know that your grooming techniques or regimentation shouldn't be that hard. The simpler, the better. To me, spending hours at the hair salon or doing my nails, it drives me insane because it's a half a day, a Saturday where I could be, I don't know, gardening, helping my husband, cleaning the house. So I think that you have to find that good balance of grooming yourself and maybe on special occasions going out and getting your nails done. Pedicures for me, I cannot do my own pedicures. I can do my hands, my feet. No, I got to do it. But that's, twice a month. That's not too much. Just a couple of hours, I can take that. But to go and have my hair done every, I don't know, every couple of weeks, I can't. Just find a way that you can do it easily on your own.
Absolutely. And I'm sure you all would agree with me that Lucy looks exquisite every time, even though she doesn't go to the salon. I love going to the salon for the self-care, but I have a very simple routine that I can do myself. I just don't want to. So I pay somebody else to do it. But Lucy's point is spot on. Ladies, you don't want to have a style that requires someone else to do, because in that case, you're going to have these highs and lows of looking like you're red carpet ready and then looking like what the cat dragged in. So look at all of those areas from top to bottom. She talked about hands and feet here, but I would say your hair, your skin. We're going to talk about other body parts as well. The cleaning products that you use, make sure you're just fresh from head to toe. You'll feel better. You will feel more feminine. And I believe that men will respond well to it if that's important to you. I think it is, because why else would you be here? One thing about the hands and feet. Now, look, I've had people comment about, the nails, but it doesn't mean you have to have an elaborate manicure. Your nails just need to be neat. So if that means like mine, I have no polish on, just a little bit of my own natural nail, that's what I wear. Just learn how to file them or clip them down and just keep them moisturized. Those two things go a long way in just having presentable hands. Same thing with the feet. If you can get a pedicure, wonderful, but just be able to do some basic things yourself. All right, so let's see. What else does Vivienne say? So we talked about hands and feet. She said, brush and floss your teeth regularly. If you're struggling with mouth odor, or we would call it bad breath, use a minty mouth rinse to keep your mouth smelling fresh and visit your dentist every 6 months. All right, ladies, this is another one. This is a non negotiable. You have to make sure that your oral hygiene is on point, not only for, your own health and whatnot, but when you're around people, the way they experience you, we're all humans that we see, we touch, we smell, we taste. All of that is part of what you remember of someone. And especially, I know we have men who watch. I can't imagine there would be anything as bad as you see a woman who looks, and I've heard men say this, she looked attractive from across the way, but when they got into her personal space, it smelled like another dude. That is unacceptable, ladies. So I brush and floss all the time, but I love to keep gum, sugar-free gum with me, or have some mints with you. Some people even brush between meals if you can get that done. Drinking water a lot helps too, just to kind of keep the mouth kind of fresh. It shouldn't be a heavy lift, but if you're struggling, they do have medicated mouth rinses, or see your dentist or whatever, but you've got to stay on top of that. I go every 6 months for my cleanings, and usually it's just in and out. But if you need to address anything, address it. What would you say, Lucy?
And yeah, and oral health is a very good indicator of internal health. So if there's something happening with your mouth, you have bad breath, and you've gone to to your dentist every 6 months and so forth, maybe something else could be happening. So that is, another indication that maybe you need to go have a checkup with your general doctor, why your mouth is not smelling as fresh as it should be. Because if you're drinking enough water, you keep it moisturized, your oral health, you go to your dentist, there shouldn't be anything happening that you're going to stop a person from approaching you because you have that a little bit of a dragon's breath or so.
Sorry, I didn't expect Lucy to say that, but y'all, look, we keep it real here, okay? We love to give you all the finer things, but as women, like I said, all of this started because I used to get so convicted when Kevin Samuels would say, "Where are the older women to teach the young?" And all jokes aside, I had the type of mother that would show me how to wash properly and how to take care of myself. Unfortunately, ladies, a lot of you all are just having to figure this out on your own, and it's heartbreaking to hear, but you do have to take care of yourself differently as a woman. You should be approachable at all times. So if you like to drink coffee like I do, make sure you freshen up in between. I always alternate between coffee and water. If you like, whatever you like, if you like food with a lot of garlic or whatnot, just be aware of it, be mindful of it, and do whatever you need to do so that you are approachable at all times. Okay. Let's see what else Vivienne says. Shower twice a day with an exfoliating sponge, and use deodorants and perfumes to keep offensive odor away. All right, so this is the last one on her book for day 5, but we need to have a conversation, ladies. At a minimum, absolute minimum, you must shower daily. You must. This is unacceptable. And if you're in the South, or if you've been active or anywhere hot or on vacation, I would offer, why not shower twice per day? I have seen so many opinions on this. And look, do what works for you. But men believe that hygiene is paramount, and we are humans and we are mammals. So it just is what it is, but you don't have to let it get bad. My man calls it my upkeep. He's like, yeah, you're up. Cause I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been, running errands or whatnot, let me hop in the shower. He's like, you're always on top of your upkeep. It's never a problem with you. So that means you never let it get bad. So you don't have to do any type of magic tricks. Uh, I love a nice fragrance. I love all of those girly things, but you can't spray on if your body is not clean, ladies. And you know where we call them the hot spots. You know where your hot spots are. Double up on the hot spots and really wash. I take the what is it, the shower head, and like really get in there and get everything clean. I think you'll feel better, and then you'll carry yourself better because you're more confident. Y'all know how we are. Oh, sorry, I had like garlic today, and you just kind of have that, things happen, yes, but you shouldn't leave the house. I don't even think you should just be around the house if you're not fresh. Or my dad used to call it, because I have a Mufasa thing for a father, you should always be visitor ready, is what he told me, even in your own home. So I don't walk around my own house looking unkept. If the doorbell rings and I need to sign for a package or whatever, I was raised that you are always visitor ready. So take that for what it is. But ladies, that hygiene is important. Lucy, what would you say?
I love that visitor ready tip that your dad gave you. It had to be a father telling you how it is. And also think about it, after COVID, I think we got a little more relaxed about just doing things at home. But I remember seeing someone say, you know what, even if you work from home, shower, take a shower, dress up like you're going to work, because that sets your schedule onto the working day. And it's always so good to get that refreshing shower in the morning because it wakes you up. You don't know how many times before COVID, before we started working at home, we used to go to work every day, how many times I saw women coming in like they had just come out of their bed. And you have that scent, you know when you don't smell fresh. So if you get into an elevator, you can tell whether a person took a shower in the morning or not. So again, is that visitor just greetings ready, because we are very sensitive, and I know that as women our hormones change and things are changing all over the place. I can tell you, I could never be in that Bear Grylls island, where they put those women and men to do their own, because I would need deodorant. I cannot leave the house without deodorant. I know my weak point, and I know that I need to take care of some areas. I also, if your feet, I know my feet get really dry, especially in the summer, have like a little bit of, they sell, Amazon, you can find these little tiny containers with moisturizers in it, so you can maybe moisturize your heel and maybe your toes and so forth. Because there's no worse thing than to see a beautiful woman, she walks in front of you and you see the heels and they're completely cracked. That is just so sad to see, because that says she didn't scrub, or she didn't look at herself from top to bottom. So there are so many things that as women we need to worry about, but it's just, you gotta create that routine in the morning of what it is, where are your weak points, where do you need to be a little more careful with. And I think that once you get that routine going, it becomes easier every day.
Absolutely. I love that. And thank you all for the comments in the chat. We love the honesty. And I always love to give you all some tangible things. I love what Lucy said about your body. And ladies, everybody's body is different. And I'll just share it with you all. So oral hygiene is not an issue for me, but I know that my skin sometimes, like as we get older, sometimes I may sweat a little bit more. So one of the things that I do is I have a little bag I'll pack, like if I'm traveling, whenever you all see me do these little day trips or whatnot, undergarments, I'll keep an extra, pair. Sometimes you may just need to refresh the items that are closest to your skin. Of course, a shower is best. And ladies, I have seen all of these like little hacks, dry shampoo and the body washcloth size wipes and stuff like that. To me, those things are like emergency use only. I mean, you may have a long layover or something like that, but if you are home, if you are anywhere with access to soap and water, there is no excuse. You all know I work from home and then I get up in the kitchen and I cook. Some days I don't even leave, but I shower. What you all see from head to toe, I get up and I dress every day. I feel better, but it is definitely a routine. And ladies, we've talked about it here. Men are always watching. And one of the things that men appreciate is being able to be spontaneous with us. So you need to have a routine that you can kind of get up and go and, hey, babe, let's go do this. And you're not like, oh, let me dig through a pile of laundry to find something that's halfway clean and, shave and moisturize and all of that. It's really important, ladies. What Lucy talked about with feet. So, I know Lisa had said this, not everybody's feet are, for for visibility, but you can take care of your feet. Make sure you're washing everything from head to toe. Wash your feet, wash your leg, get in those toes, moisturize. I saw someone talk about things in your eyes. Get that washcloth and really get in there. You don't just stand under the shower and let the water just reign over you. Y'all, as a boy mom, I will admit here, I've had to do inspections and I've had to send them right back. But they are boys. And y'all know how boys are. A woman should never need an inspection. All right. So that's what I'll say. What would you say, Lucy?
I agree. Especially a young woman. A young woman should not have a weird scent because again, you have that young little body that's just, it takes care of its own. So when you see a young woman with a bad scent, there's look out. And it's as an older woman, maybe it would be a good idea to guide them and ask them the right questions because it might be that they're not taught at home that they need to take a shower every morning. They might take a shower every night and in the morning, but it's not the same to go outside with a fresh out of the shower type feeling. It wakes you up. You look at life in a little differently than just coming out of your bed with all stuff from the overnight. It's just not. It's just maybe it would be a good idea to start reinventing your morning routine. Um, and yeah, and there are areas that I remember my mom, she used to tell me, always clean your belly button. If you have an inner, always make sure that you clean it up because, that's stuff gets in there. And if you don't pay attention, anything with crevices, it's going to get dirty. So make sure that you keep track of those places where you don't think that there could be some bacteria to lodge in and just make sure that you take care of those little crevices.
I love that. Yes. And so, ladies, wherever skin touches skin, I love what Lucy said about the belly button. Also, your ears, behind your ears. I know we kind of have that from growing up. Wash behind your ears. Absolutely. Ladies, take those earrings out. Wash your ears. Wipe down everything. Of course, armpits. Like I've shared with you all, and I don't mind saying I'm a believer in laser hair removal, top to bottom, or shave or whatever, because hair traps odor and it traps product like your deodorant and just, different things. So do what works for you. But that has helped me to use less product and just get like almost squeaky clean. And it's just important. I would advise, have fun with it. One of the things I like to do to kind of have a routine is I buy different like fragrant body washes. Now, let's talk about that, ladies. For your lady parts, you want to keep it completely like neutral. So like an ivory soap or something that's not heavily fragranced, or you all know what I'm talking about. And they have soaps for that area. When you get your Bath and Body Works or whatever you like, do that on the outside, but just be careful. You don't really need anything extra in those areas. If you just take care of them, they should take care of you. And again, if you have any issues with odor or anything, ask an older woman. If you can't ask your mom, find an auntie, somebody to help you, because you should feel good about yourself. You should feel confident, and men are naturally drawn to us. So you just want to feel like there's nothing that's holding you back from just being, relaxed and at ease. Anything else, Lucy?
I think we should pull up some of the comments. They're really good. I'm watching them, and it's just amazing some of the tips that we're getting.
Oh yeah, can you pull up? Did I miss some? Neutral perfumes. Oh, yes. Be careful with the scented soaps, especially in your lady parts. Marie says alcohol wipes on the back of the neck. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Whatever works for you. For me, I do like, you all know, I think about it this way. You all know when you go through the car wash and they do like the first wash and then rinse and then they do another wash. That's what I do. So I kind of shower twice in one shower. So I go over all the hot spots, rinse them off, and then I do a full body. So whatever works for you. Are you able to
And
pull up
your
any? Mhm.
and your body parts, in general, should be scent free. Of course, we have our own individual scent that we know, our husbands know, our significant others know, our mothers know. But if there's something weird happening in those body parts, you need to go see your gynecologist or OBGYN. Obstetrician is for babies, gynecologist for the women. So you need to go and have it checked out, because there might be some kind of bacteria growing or something that's not right. Because in general, we should be scent free, and we shouldn't be using any of those douches and stuff like that, because then that throws off your pH. No, we should be, our scent is specific to us, and it shouldn't be offensive at all. If it starts becoming offensive to you and you can smell it, then there's a problem. Then you need to go see your gynecologist.
I love that. And I see the comments coming in. Yes, ladies, we do all have a scent. And I love what Lucy said about even like mothers and babies, like being a boy mom, like when they're clean, like they even smell differently. Kids have their own smell, but it is something that is very intimate that I should only smell when I'm very close to you. So if you think about like your three concentric circles, like there's like the public, and then there's your like I think they have a distance. I think it's like either 3 feet or 6 feet, and then there's like the intimate zone, like your family. So if I can smell you from over there, or like Lucy said, in an elevator, that's not okay. All right. So you should smell neutral unless someone's in that very personal space. And then it should just smell like you or smell very good. Ah, yes. Celine is talking about some body washes. The last thing I'll say, and then we will wrap it up. This one is really short and sweet, ladies. So hopefully it was helpful. Make sure that you put a routine together that works for you. It should work for your lifestyle as well as where you live. I even have a different deodorant that I use in the summer months that's a little bit stronger than what I use in the winter months, because, I don't need it just to stay a little bit fresh. So come up with routine, be consistent. But number one, your upkeep should be a step above a man. You should every day take care of yourself from head to toe. Would you like to close us out with anything, Lucy?
I'm not sure if I want to close out. I mean, we could
Oh,
talk about this forever, but this, I love it. As far as maybe scents, make sure that those scents are not as, you don't pour them on you, because I have been in situations where I have walked into an elevator and I still smell somebody's scent. That's too much. Try to just uh, put a little spritz on your, I don't know, wrist, your the inside of your arms here, your, I guess it's the pressure points, or the where the pulse points. Just don't douse yourself with perfume, because again, you don't need to let the world know that you're coming from 30 miles away. So again, and perfume is a very intimate choice. So just start trying out some of the scents, whether you like florals or you like more musky or you like more sea breezy type things. For me, I like the scent of the sea in the summer because it reminds me of the summer. And then in the winter, it's got to be a little more musky because it's the winter. So you start playing around with that. But again, don't less is more when it comes to scent. And when you spray the scent, don't rub it in. You just dab on it because then you break off the actual scent. So again, scents, you gotta be careful. Choose something that fits you, fits your style, and that you know that it's not gonna just offend people around you because it's just too strong.
Absolutely. You can go overboard with that. We've said it starts with having just good hygiene and having kind of that blank canvas to experiment. I'm a citrus girl, so I like the lemon, the orange, the scents that have like a little bit of fruitiness to them. That's what I like. And then I also like florals. I know Killis mentioned something about undergoing behavioral issues. We are not doctors here. We just share from our own experience. But I will say this, if you all have ever experienced depression or depression has affected your family, you know that sometimes when people just don't care, then it could be reflected in how they take care of themselves if they just have some struggle. So if this just seems like a monumental task for you, there may be some underlying things, because I believe as a woman you should want to show up as your best, right? So whatever that means for you. But if you just don't feel like taking care of yourself, definitely get some help. What else are you seeing, Lucy?
That
You
was
can
a
bring.
good point that Killis brought. It could be that somebody could probably maybe be going through some type of depression, or they could be feeling blue and they don't want to take care of themselves. So again, that's something that might require some mental health help. And it could be something that you could ask that person, how are you doing, how are you feeling, how, just acknowledge them. And then maybe the conversation could bring in, I'm depressed, and maybe you could hinting on ways to take care of, to start feeling, taking that blue out of her. But again, mental health is something really serious, and they might be going through something that it cannot be fixed on a day-to-day basis.
Absolutely. But also with saying that, I think, and this is just my own personal experience, two things to that. That's why it's important to have a simple self-care routine, because if it seems monumental, it might just be like, oh, forget it. So you can have your basics that you do every day. And then from time to time, maybe give yourself a facial or do a teeth whitening or whatever you want to do just to, jazz it up a little bit. And then also, I love what Lisa says here about perfume smelling different on different people. So there's no need to douse it on you, but pay attention to how people respond to you. Sometimes, and I know I'm guilty of this because I move really fast, I talk really fast, I just do a lot fast. And my guys always telling me, like, slow down, Maggie. So if you enter a space and people lean in, or you're talking to people and they come closer, they want more, men or women, right? We just like being in that like environment. That could be a good sign that whatever you're doing is working and it's kind of bringing people closer to you. However, if you enter a space and people are like, whoa, or that's giving me a headache, or, if they start coughing around you, pick up on that, ladies. I know sometimes we just like what we like, but especially if you're going to be in mixed company, the impression that you leave is important. So pay attention to what people do around you. And I know some women I don't care. If I like it, I like it. That's an option too. But
Mhm.
we would offer that you never know who's watching and observing. What do you say, Lucy?
And also, who are great truth tellers? Kids. If kids say, for example, my nieces and nephews, "Oh, I love how Tia Lucy smells," I know that it's a good scent. But if the kid is going to tell you the truth. They're either going to say, "Ooh, what is that? Or they're not going to be around. Kids are they cannot hide the truth. So those are great truth tellers.
Yeah, shout out to the kids. I posted something today about Alex told me there was a picture of a woman. He was like, that looks like an old version of you. I'm like, thanks. But yes, so kids, and ask your man to, there's nothing wrong with checking in. And ladies, here's a little hint. One of the things that I do, a little, I won't even say it's like a game, but just to kind of like make sure everything's okay. Like after I cook dinner and let's say I'm frying fish or something and I'm just like, he wants to come give me a hug. I'm like, oh no, I've been cooking. Let me go take a shower. And he'll just kind of grab me close and he'll be like, nah, your upkeep is good. You smell good all the time. So that's kind of a little way I'm like, okay, I'm doing a good job, right? I mean, you could do like the boys do. Hey, smell my breath. Or sorry, y'all. I have boys, so y'all know how they are. They're just like one step above the pets sometimes. But there are ways as a woman that you can just check in and make sure what you're doing is working. Oh, so everybody agrees. Any other comments?
I think we're good. I think that you touched all the points that she brought, and it's a great idea if our Chad visits her channel because she has really good pointers about elegance and etiquette. I think the one that she posted yesterday, I believe, was about 15 words to use to sound a little more eloquent. And for me, I love that because you know, English is my second language, and sometimes I struggle on finding the right English word to say stuff. So I think that she has really good. I don't know if it's. I think she posts every other day. I believe. I'm not sure how much she posts, but they are on point and they're very simple things that you can simple tips that you can take to improve your daily elegance.
So we have a question here, a very delicate question, and I will do my best to answer and then we will wrap up because we're at the end. So we have a question from Soji. He says, a gentleman asked me, how does he tell his lady she has an odor coming from her lady parts? This is a difficult one, but I would say the truth in love is always best. Now, there are ways, and I'll give you a couple of tips that I have heard. I actually follow like an image consultant who did, and I'll see if I can link it. She did a little series on ways to politely tell someone there may be, any type of body odor. So first thing, ladies, you never want to get to this point. Okay. Make sure you have your own routine. Make sure if anything seems funny to you, go to your doctor, make sure everything is okay. But, as a man, and this is a tough one, but this image coach said you could say something, of course, number one, always privately and, sensitively in a way that's, oh, what did she say? It was something like, I don't know if you are aware, but there seems to be a slight odor. You may want to get that checked out. Or did you know there may be, you want to kind of minimize it. You don't want to say, even if it's bad, you don't want to like crush their spirit, but you do want to say, I'm sure you didn't know, or you might not be aware, but I just wanted to let you know there may be a little slight odor. Would do you want to get that checked out? Were you aware? And hopefully she's receptive to it. I'm thinking any woman would probably be mortified, but if that's, your woman, you care about her health. And maybe you say that, I love you and I care about you because hopefully we're only intimate with people that we're in relationship with. That's a whole nother topic. But anyway, you can approach it in a way that, hey, babe, I care about you, love you, want to make sure everything's okay. Didn't know if you were aware. What would you say to that, Lucy?
Yeah, I agree. That's a tough one. But again, if you're with a loving, significant other, uh, if my husband ever said, you may have to go to the gynecologist and take and take a look at what's going on down there, I would be mortified, but I would understand why he's telling me that, because again, it's out of concern. Uh, if it's something that that gentleman is telling her because they just got to know each other, that's going to be a weird conversation. I wouldn't want to be him to hear the response. But again, if you're in a caring, loving relationship as a woman, please understand that your husband, your significant other is telling you because they are concerned for your health. And of course, I mean, they don't want to be around a really, one of those scents. I mean, nobody wants to be around it. So, yeah, I mean, it's a tough one, but the truth will always be much more helpful than not saying anything.
Absolutely. So hopefully that helps Soji. And he did say, how does he tell his lady? So thank goodness they're in a loving relationship. And ladies, if you ever get any feedback, I don't care how minimum it is. I remember my man was just rubbing my arm one day, and my elbows kind of get dry, not really cracked like that, but he was like, "Babe, you all right? Your elbows kind of dry." I was like, "Oh my God." I was was like, he said it one time and one time only, because we have a lot of body parts and sometimes you just forget something. So now I check my own elbows, and it's just a show of respect that you care, because he didn't have to say anything and you don't want them to stop talking. So if you do get any feedback, act on it immediately. They'll pay attention to that. Whew. All right. Well, y'all, hello. Thank you all so much for coming in here. We're doing these 30 for 30. So we will be back tomorrow with another episode. We are going to be up to day 6. It's not even a week, and it feels like we have covered so much. Oh, okay. Wonderful, Soji. I hope that helped. And I would just say the truth in love. So we're going to go ahead and let you all have your Sunday evening. If you like this content, Lucy and I are providing this free the whole month of November. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Lucy's channel, my channel. Please share with any ladies who are interested in refining and maybe they just don't have the information that they need. So we will be here tomorrow, 9. Just turn on your notifications. It's 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Okay. We figure it out day by day, y'all. Turn on your notifications and we will be back for day 6. All right. Thank you all. Oh my goodness. Thank you all for the hand claps. I'm so glad that this is helpful. I do consultations outside of this. If you want to talk to me privately or be in our private class, links are at teachablemomentswithmaggie.com. Okay. Whew, we got through that one. All right, everyone.